I was gonna do this stream with no background music, but I'm too I'm too on edge to do that. Let's get the Animal Crossing OST in here. It's too loud. This is too happy though. Whatever. Whatever. This is what I need. This is what I need right now, okay? Hello. What are you getting me for? Great question. What are you getting me for my retirement party? No, I'm not graduating. But you're on the bed in the verge of sleep. Sun is coming up. Keep your eyes open. Just here. Well, you should just go to bed. Don't worry about it. So let me first start off by saying that everyone's healthy and alive. It's not like anyone's in danger or anything. But, basically, if you're watching the VOD of this, I'll put a too long didn't read in the pinned post afterwards. This is hard to, like, suss out exactly. So, I'm just gonna go through, my last week of unluckiness, okay? If you don't follow my Twitter, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't say on my Twitter, but I'm just gonna say everything right now. So first things off, both my parents are doing really poorly. Not health-wise, but just, you know, mentally and their state of being, and it's just really bad, and so every time I talk to them, it's really stressful. So that's first things first, as like a backdrop to all of this. But then, last week, Lua unlucky, yes, Lua unlucky. You can just spam that in chat. That and F's. So, so last week, first of all, I was really excited about, I don't know if you know this, I did a big commission for Iron Mouse. All of it is broken. All of it went wrong. Very, very frustrating. Still not fixed. Very, very frustrated about that. Past that. Then I get an inquiry from another big VTuber, and they pass on me for that position. Totally fine. I'm honestly fine with that, you guys, but, you know, it's just one soul-crushing thing after another. Then, nothing's happened yet. Nothing's happened. I'm talking about my last week, which will culminate in the important information that I'm going to tell you. So then, as you may know if you follow me on Twitter, the apartment complex started roofing the place and it leaked. So, my whole sewing room was flooded. Destroyed a bunch of, all of my mattresses in there and stuff. But nothing super important was destroyed or anything. So that was the whole thing, and I had to take 3 days off of work for that. And then it was just like every little thing that could go wrong you could think of. And then I told a story about how I went to go pick up a lunch to like comfort myself, right? And then, and not only on the way to the lunch, they closed the highway. And then when I finally got my lunch, I was like, okay, I'm so excited to eat this cake. I plunged my spoon into the cake and literally raw batter. They literally handed me raw batter. And there's a bunch of other little things, stuff like that, just minor inconveniences, annoyances, etc. Anyways, I thought the roof was gonna leak again, and I was actually correct about that. So I actually bought a bunch of gallon buckets from Home Depot. And sure enough, last night the ceiling leaked again. So, if you are keeping track, by the way, that means the entire ceiling of my sewing room is screwed. I have a hole in my living room where they just dropped something, and then an unrelated leak. So there's a leak and a hole, and I can't use my house right now. I can't clean my house right now. It's all screwed up. You're laughing? I'm glad. No, that's good. That's fine. So the important thing, and something I've never told you guys. I've never told you guys where I work before. And I honestly still don't want to tell you, but I honestly don't think I cannot tell you. I just can't keep it back from where I work. I work at a VR-related company called Schmeta. Schmeta. You might know them for their product Schmacemook. And if you're wondering, no, I don't work on the Schmetaverse. I don't work on Morizon. And if you read the news, if you guys read the news, I don't know if you read the news, but this morning, Schmeta laid off 11,000 employees. That's 13% of the workplace. And as far as anyone can tell, that was a they just kind of picked randomly. And as it so happens, I was one of those people. So, what that means is that effectively, I am now a full-time VTuber. It also means I'm jobless. It also means I don't have an income. I mean, you can also Google, they gave me a very, very, very generous severance package, so I'm okay. But you get the idea. So obviously this is really bad news for me. This is very bad news for me. This is all very bad news for me. But, exactly. Think of what I can do with all this time. Exactly. So, like I said, it's not an upbeat stream. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's extremely disrupting. It's, worrying, concerning, nerve-wracking. Finally a chance to catch up on commissions. I was never behind in commissions. But yes, you're right. I'll be doing them a lot faster now. Hello, Frederick. Yeah, definitely sucks. I mean, it's no secret how well Schmeta pays. And now I don't have an income. So, as far as the state of this channel, I'll probably be streaming a lot more, at least for the short term. At least after I emotionally recover. I have to imagine with a resume like yours, you can land work in an adjacent Zuck-free zone, but job hunting is inevitable for sure. Well, so, okay, that's so, yes. So, here's the thing. Part of me doesn't really want to. Part of me really wants to focus on all my VTuber stuff. But practically speaking, I know that it won't be a livable wage. And actually, by the way, to tell you the kind of person I am, this morning, I was like, you know what? I don't know if you guys know this. Well, you don't know this. Why would you know this? I have a Trello board of Plan Bs. I have a Trello board. I have an entire Trello board of projects and initiatives and startups for if this exact thing happened, okay? Time to do time and resource consuming skits like Germa, but in mocap. Of course I do. Of course I do. So, and one of them that wasn't necessarily on the Trello board, but just in the back of my mind was I have a local comic book store that I always get my comic books from, and they seem very chill and nice. And so I literally walked in there and I said, "Hey, are you guys hiring for seasonal work?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." And so, basically I'll be working at a comic book store intermittently. Not even part-time though, like a, you know, pinch hitter sort of thing. But I do have the option to apply to all sorts of video game studios. Honestly, I feel pretty supported. Everyone feels very bad. Everyone's like, Lua, I can't believe it was you. Like, of all people, I'm so shocked that it was you. And I said, honestly, I'm not that surprised, but I'm glad that everyone else is surprised. I mean, that's kind of hype better than nothing. Yeah, basically. As long as it can, like, pay for an expense, like, my food for the week, like, whatever. Like, we're chill. I have plenty of savings. And then I'll be able to start taking Live City commissions a lot faster. That's for frickin' sure. And I have a lot of initiatives, that I'm looking forward to starting up, that may or may not be a cash flow. But basically, assuming I don't get another job in the early of next year, you can assume that I am now a full-time VTuber. which is pretty funny. As long as you can cover the 3 necessities, food, rent, and mocap gear. I actually, this morning, I found out. So, okay, I mean, you guys, okay. So, it was really funny because I work in the VR sector, of course, the content side of the VR sector at Schmeta worked. And because of Schmeta's, insistence of their dedication to VR. Most of my coworkers did not see this coming. In fact, they thought I was joking when I told them I was laid off. Which is funny because I told them this was gonna happen. Not this exact thing. I told them that like I actually thought the whole company was gonna get laid off, to be honest. But the whole, not company, but the sector I'm in. And they didn't believe me. They literally called me crazy. They said, Lua, you are crazy. And so they thought that we were immune from these layoffs, even if they had heard of them. A lot of them hadn't even heard that they were coming, by the way. Read the news, guys. Come on. Like, I don't even seek out, I don't look at business news. I don't seek out business news. But the amount of news that I got about my own company from like YouTubers shitting on Schmeta. That's how I got all my information. Was YouTubers shitting on Schmeta. The other day I had a conversation with someone about how much their stock fell. Yeah. I still need to sell my stock. Maybe I'll wait until I don't have a year so I don't have to pay the capital gains. I'm concerned about my healthcare. They're paying healthcare. This is all public information. They're paying healthcare for like 6 months. I don't know what that means though. They're schmitting. They keep schmitting on Schmeta. I know. I literally said in our Discord, I mean, I would say I told you so, but that's kind of a cell phone. If you're curious at all, it kind of just seemed like they laid off 13% of every team at Meta, and if they didn't have enough information, they just sort of chose randomly. You can get Cobra after if you don't find anything else till then. Yes. I'm trying to figure out if Schmeta will only cover Cobra or if I can get something else and they'll cover that instead. It's really unclear, to be honest, and I need to look into that. And in fact, I should check my computer again because they're gonna lock me out of my email in a couple hours. So, I'm doing this stream because I really, truly didn't believe I could not talk about the specifics. I don't believe I could have. So, yeah, I'm here to talk about the specifics of why I am now a full-time VTuber against my will. It doesn't seem like I got any new emails. But they also are gonna lock me out. Oh, oh shoot, okay. I should have seen this a lot earlier. Sorry, I need to respond to this. This is pretty urgent. I don't know how to spell severance. There we go. Shoot, I should have seen that earlier. That's on me. Okay. Lua Lucky corporate Minecraft VTuber. Let's go. Too cool to be trusted. Save and screenshot all the relevant layoff emails. Yeah, I... So, I'm not... Are you serious? I should have done this way earlier. Jesus Christ. This is such a shit show. They've really fucked this up so bad. What did I miss? I got laid off from my job, and so I'm a full-time VTuber now. I worked at Shmeta. And no, I didn't work on the Shmetaverse. This is the first time I've been able to catch you live. You've caught an interesting stream. Hope the situation improves. By the way, my roof is still completely fucked up. I'm gonna try to beg my landlord to give me a month's rent for free because of how bad the roof is screwed up. They probably didn't bone it up as badly as Twitter did. I guarantee you they did. I guarantee you they boned it up equally as bad as Twitter did. All these tech companies going to mess around and find out with these random cuts. Jeez. I mean, the rumor... I heard this from a public website. That the rumor is that they hired a third-party consulting firm who basically did choose randomly. I've never even seen a Schmuckerberg. Yeah. So yeah, that's why all the streams today got canceled. I'm just really tired. I actually was up until 3 a.m. last night, both because I was nervous about this and my roof. And I wasn't the only one, by the way. Apparently a lot of Shmeta employees were up posting on anonymous blogs at 3 a.m. You have amazing skills in rigging and animation. Thank you. I don't know if I'll be able to get enough clientele for me to actually make ends meet, especially now that I have to consider taxes. But it sounds like a certain bird-based platform that retained based on quantity of lines of code. Awful place to be in. So sorry that happened. When I hear a consultant-based X, I think House of Lies. I used to watch that show a lot. My dad loves that show. Wishing that you won't have to sell your mocap gear to meet ends meet. I don't think I would. What would happen first is that I would go live with my mother, who is also having trouble making ends meet. So maybe that would happen. But that would happen first. But I don't know. I think if I really had issues, I could get a job, I think. Well, unless the economy tanks. Then here's the thing. I think, especially if I move back home, I definitely have enough savings to get through like one recession. We support you. Thank you. I feel very supported. Wishing that every time I hear third party, yeah, the death knell for any tech company. Yeah, so. Recession is still forecast like another 8 months out. Really? Okay, interesting. They gave me, it's all public information. They gave me 4-month severance. They were actually, I'm pissed about this. They were supposed to give me an extra 2-week severance for every year I've been at the company. They just did not do that. They just did not do that. So I need to talk to them about that too. But there's more pressing things I have to talk to them about. The recession forecast keeps getting pushed out. Very annoying. Schmark needs his 7th vacation home. So are you gonna go all in on the tubing, or are you gonna look for other jobs, open a mocap consulting firm for VTubers? I have a lot of startup ideas related to VTubing. Does my chat keep like updating like really late and then like spamming messages? Is that what keeps happening? Because that's what it looks like out of the corner of my eye. Is that what's happening? Oh, thank you for the membership. How weird. I don't know why that's happening. Whatever. Think of how many times I'll be able to watch the Evermore video now. You have no idea. I watched it twice yesterday because I was so nervous. Izzy's and oh good, I got a response. 1 second. Send. Okay, sorry about that. They're sending all of my severance information to a locked email. That's what I'm talking about when I said they fucked it up. Thank you. Is that, wait. What tier is that? Izzy's mentioned stream save. True. Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of Izzy's, and I've been watching a lot of Izzy's, and like Jenny Nicholson are like my comfort content, you know? They make my brain whir in a good way to get my mind off things. So yeah. God, my tax situation is gonna be so absolutely insane. I'm gonna have to start really early. But yeah, I'm gonna apply to places. I'm gonna apply to jobs. See if anyone takes me. Thank you for the membership, seriously. EXP shared. Whiskey Ninja and I didn't actually say your names. Big Nanime. Big N anime. Sure. Big Nanime. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I do membership content every month. That won't change. I don't know how much more I'll be streaming, to be honest. I need to sort through my thoughts about that. Big Ed anime. Okay. But definitely I'll be doing streams earlier in the day, a little earlier in the day. Why not, after all? But yeah, I do have a now kind of part-time job at the local comic book store. It was actually really funny because I walked in and I was like, hey, are you guys hiring for seasonal work? Because I'm like, why not? And they're like, well, kind of. And so he's like, oh, let's talk about it. So he pulls me over, and he doesn't, by the way, he never asked me any questions. So, okay, first of all, they do know me. They know me because I buy all my manga from them. And so they know I know a lot about manga. And the thing is, their store has started stocking more manga, but they themselves don't actually know that much about manga. And, so the manager's like, we have like we have all the stuff we need, but sometimes like we'll get a big shipment or something, and then like last minute, why is my membership thing off to the side? And also very late. Why is everyone so late today? What's going on there? Professional manga knower, Lua unlucky. True, extremely true. And so anyways, yeah, so they know I know a lot about manga. It's funny, I've never seen this guy in my life as far as I knew, but everyone who works there knows me because I'm the only person who gets manga by subscription there. YouTube servers are having a field day. Oh, okay. At least I can see your messages on time. They're just showing up in the Streamlabs chat late. So it was funny because I mean, obviously I read a lot about. I don't really read comic books. And this is far majority a comic book store. And I thought that was gonna be a problem. I thought he was gonna like quiz me on comic books, and he told me, this is the manager, he told me, I don't really read any of this stuff. Especially not manga, is what he told me. Which I thought was so funny. And so he was like, it would help us to have someone who's an expert in manga. And he literally didn't ask me any questions. He just asked me like, what pay are you expecting? And I just sort of shook my head because I'm like, look, you guys, I mean, like, it's to get out of the house. It's not, that tracks for management. Okay, fair enough. But But yeah, so you know, I used to do work like this all the time. Like in college, I used to work for a dog walking service, even though I really didn't need the money. And actually, I think I didn't even make money on dog walking because the cost to drive to the people's houses was the same as the amount I made from the dog walking. Twitch comments show? Oh, how interesting. Are Twitch comments showing on OBS? Yes, they are because this is Streamlabs, which is just connected to Twitch and YouTube. Yeah. Now, well, that's always the case with my chat. So yeah, anyways, they haven't actually technically, I keep saying they gave me the job. They didn't actually give me the job, but they certainly seem to trust me enough to not even ask me any questions, which I thought was funny. He told me, he's like, you know, when we hire people, we prefer people we know. And I guess they feel like they know me well enough, which is pretty funny. Lua living the odd jobs life. I've always lived the odd jobs life, honestly. So yeah, I could do WAG again too, but I hated WAG. WAG is what I was talking about. It was the dog walking service. I hated WAG because, like I said, you have to pay for your own transportation, so you end up not even really making any money on the dog walk. It's really annoying. It's not even minimum wage. So that sucks. I don't think I'm gonna do WAG, but you do get to walk a lot of dogs, and that's why I did it. I did it in college because I got to pet dogs and walk and like go outside the college and get out in the sun and exercise, and I was essentially being paid for it. So that's why I like doing WAG. I don't think I'll do that anymore though. I don't think it's worth it. But yeah, so long story short, I very much appreciate you guys' support, especially in this time. At the same time, don't excessively worry about me. I'm okay. Just frazzled. That's the word, frazzled. I'm frazzled. And you should be expecting me to be completing a lot of projects a lot faster, especially in the next 2 months. Projects that includes my iPhone app that is for IRL streaming, VTubing IRL streaming. That includes finishing up my Leap Motion app. That includes finishing up my concert app. Worrying is what I do though. No interest in just getting a boring corpo coding gig. Market seems fairly hot these days, at least from my emails and LinkedIn activity. I don't have any experience. I literally only have gaming experience. And to be honest, that sounds so boring. Did they give you ample time to prepare? Does where you live have the WARN Act? I don't know what the WARN Act is, and they didn't give me any time to prepare. Here's my experience of the situation. Sunday night, my friend sends me a Wall Street Journal article that says Shmeta is preparing a huge layoff. And I said, in my head, I'm like, that's not good. Now, this is all with the caveat, you guys, that to be honest, I was kind of at the point where I was like, just lay me off. Lay me off, because I knew they would have a fat severance package, and I had no trust in the project we were working on. I loved my coworkers. I loved the teams I was on, but the project was so horseshit. I'm not even holding back on the swearing. The project was so horseshit that, and like having to, the way I had to work on the project was so horseshit that I was just exhausted. I was like, just fire me, because I'm certainly not gonna quit. You're paying me too much for me to quit. Just fire me. Fire me. So, and they did. So I kind of, and I'm actually really glad because to be honest, like I mentioned, I really thought they were gonna fire my whole team. Sorry, I have to take a call. So I'm gonna end stream. I'm getting a call for some reason. I'm gonna end stream right now. I don't know who the call is, but I'm sure it's fine, so don't worry about it. Sorry. See you guys later. Bye.